Hello. If it need to be said, you know I'ma say it. If you think that this vote or anytime we talk about racism that we are voting to for people to like us or to accept us, we are not. The vote, Black America, Black people, new school, the voting is to put people in office. After we put them in office, we hold them accountable. It is our job to make sure that we let them know that we email. We have all this social media, right? I'm on social media platform right now telling you what to do. Voting was getting us in the door. Before, we were paying taxes without representation. And every time we continue to not hold people accountable, every time we don't make our voice heard, every time we're just like in and out. And see, one thing about it, you cannot vote one time and say, I voted one time and nothing happened. It's just like going to the job. You go to the job every day and you still come home and you rob Peter to pay Paul. But it doesn't stop you from going back to the job. Because what even when you don't want to admit it, what you feel like is that I'm in control. Although you know you're not, you can be replaced at any time. You're underpaid, overworked, mistreated, but yet you still keep going to the job because it feeds a part of your ego and you can buy these things. The vote is getting you in a room, sending a representative in a room that you would not have access. How far you watch your vote, what you do, all of that is on you. Nobody stops you from going to council meetings, logging in. We have way too much access to say we don't know what's going on now. You are a liar. And what you're doing is being lazy because you can find out anything you want to in seconds, in minutes now. So if you vote and you're disappointed, you can let them know intelligently. You can become part of it, the vision, part of the cycle, part of the voting and the legislative. You can get involved. Trayvon Martin's mom, when she saw what happened, she got involved. A lot of the mothers who have their sons and daughters have died at the hands of police, they are binding together to do something. You have a choice. You can either do something or you can just be noise in the community. And when you become just noise, at that point you have become worthless, useless, and your pain dies in you and with you. In you and with you. But when you use that pain as a motivation to change, that's one of the reasons I do the videos because I know that sometimes we haven't seen the complete picture or we don't always understand. And I want you to know that you are not powerless, but you are powerful. They work too hard to tell us that we're powerless, and that's how you know it's a lie. Anything that they have to push that narrative so hard lets you know that it is not the truth. When you have to bend everything to you. So when it comes to your vote, when it comes to your power, when it comes to what we're doing, we're not voting for people to like us. Racism is involved in every aspect of America. Economically, change it, because if you decide how you pay us, if we're not in the rooms making the decisions, if we're not challenging minimum wage, if we're not in the fight for it, then economically you still keep holding us down. Your economics determines where you live physically. So physically and economically, I got you in a hold. So I know where you live. That means I know what schools you go to. I know how to target those schools. I know, they watch our patterns. Why do you think that schools tell you all the time, you need to bring your children, you need to bring your children? They watch federal dollars. When it's a lot of us in one neighborhood, in one school, the dollars go down. Sometimes the attendance goes down, and so they can use that as a stretch for the dollars. So now I have used racism economically physically, and now I'm attacking you educationally. Because one of the things that they did not like us to do was to read. Because reading will take you places and rooms that you don't even have the power to be in, but you get knowledge. So now they're attacking you on 3 levels. If I get those 3 levels, guess what else I'm affected? Socially. Because you can only go places socially that your pocket will take you. So your exposure to things is limited because your funds are limited, your knowledge is limited, and your physical location is limited. Boom, we got 4: economically, physically, educationally, and now socially and mentally. When all 4 of those things are working against you as a black person, mentally you will start to see yourself based on those other 4 things. Think about it. On social media, when people are posting things, people do things now, just like they heard the word demure. Oh, this is giving very demure. And everybody starts saying it whether they knew how to say it or not. The same people that cannot conjugate a verb correctly was using a word that they had never heard. So when I cannot go places, when I cannot be exposed, then I cannot get better. I cannot rise above. I don't know that there's opportunity out there. I don't know that there's things out there because I have been limited through racism. So you can stop. Don't buy into that bull. Racism is affecting everything. And politically, if you do not vote and you do not make your voice heard, that's another way. So when you sit out, when you do, like Ice Cube said, and some of these other fools said sit out, then now they say, see, they don't care anyway. And they use those numbers against us to do things that they want to do. And they just keep going. That's why they perpetuate the thing, the black on black crime. Baby, everybody has crime. White on white, Asian on Asian. Because the first rule of predatory behavior is that we prey upon those we see. And we live in areas with people that look like us. I just got through explaining it to you. Most people, white people, they live in a white community. Black people live around other blacks. So your crime and everything is going to follow that pattern. They don't perpetuate that because there's no money in it. There's no benefit. If you keep putting it out there, then you keep black people divided. The more we're divided, the more we fight one another. Even if our fight is intelligent, we're still fighting one another and not fighting the system that is keeping us fighting one another. Racism is not just about getting people to like us. Liking people has never bought anybody any money. There are people that get 1,000,000 likes all the time and no money. Racism is about choices. It's about making sure that there's equal opportunity for everyone. And until that opportunity is spread, you keep voting, you keep fighting, and you keep being intelligent in the fight. It's been your girl, Candid with Kim, because if it needs to be said, I'm going to say it.